dumb. Guys, welcome to Table Talk, the only show on the internet where a woman can speak their mind to a man.
Only show. So give it to us right now. The only show on the internet where a woman can speak her mind.
Internet. Guys, and this episode is brought to you by domain.com. And guys, listen, if you want 15% off all your domains, the place to go is domain.com, and I'm talking about web hosting.
You can speak your mind on your own website.
You sure can. You can make a whole website about whatever you want. Freezing eggs.
Promise?
Promises. Guess what? .com is out. That's so 1993. Why don't you use .ninja or .nyc? You can even use .expert if you want. So go to domain.com.
Like
There's so many of them.
200
plus domain names. Some we have not even mentioned here or ever. So guys, go to domain.com. Save 15% off your web hosting by using the coupon code TALK.
My first website was when I was
at checkout.
Still secretly a nerd, and I would use my blog to write about video games that I'd played and nerdy books that I was reading, and none of my friends wanted to talk to about it, so I turned to the web to discuss things.
It's weird. I know, like, my friends have little sisters, and I was talking to them, and they were like, yeah, we got all these friends on the internet. I was like, that's a thing people do now. Yeah. People just know people on the internet.
Right. I was in the MySpace days.
Yeah. Back then it was really weird. It was like, you know somebody that you don't know. Now it's like, no, you know thousands of people. Thousands of people.
Hello.
Hey, thousands of people. We wish we're millions. We'd be happier.
How about this? Don't ever do that ever again. What you just did. Don't. I'm serious. I will find a place in your room that you don't look at, and I'll put a turd there.
There's only one place I don't look at. And if I see you in there, I swear to God. I swear to God.
All right, ladies first, Maude. Why don't you reach in there and pull out a topic? Why don't
Your hand was cold on me. Don't do it again.
I have a cold body.
You don't have enough circulation.
Well, she doesn't have a cold heart.
You're always wearing...
I don't have a heart.
You're always wearing sweaters and stuff.
I am like an animated corpse.
You know, someone told me to stop wearing sweaters on camera. One of my friends are like, ooh, it's too hot. It's going to make me feel hot.
Everybody's got an opinion, don't they? Every single person on the planet.
All I do is wear sweaters. And when?
Love advice from people. You should, maybe you should think about doing this from, it's like, no.
No. You know what? Here's the thing, Maude. We are who we are. Listen.
Can you subtitle that? Because people might not know I'm saying no.
Here's the thing. If you're someone that is ridiculed for your opinion, or you wear a sweater or a shirt that you like a lot and other people make fun of you for it, well, guess what? You get to do what you want, and that person gets to do what they want, which also means that they can make fun of you because that sweater sucks.
I like making fun of people's sweaters and stuff. But all of a sudden I'm mad because I can't wear one. What kind of sense does that make?
Well, guess what? You can take away the power from that person that told you your sweater was shitty. By not letting it bother you.
Well, who's got a shitty sweater?
Everyone's got a shitty sweater. You don't currently have one.
Wait, are those on the collar? Is that supposed to be like wings?
No, this is a style.
That's a style.
Yes, a lot of sweaters have that.
You don't have it.
I said a lot of them do, and I'm not wearing a sweater.
Do you have one with it?
Not a sweater.
Why not?
This is a female style.
This
is for ladies. The point is that if you let people's opinions bother you, then you're going to give them power. So don't let people's opinions bother you. Be you, do you.
The other day I was walking a lot, and then this started hurting because my shirt's cheap, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it scratched your nipple.
Yeah.
And there's chafe. Like people, if they do marathons, they have to strap put Band-Aids over their nipples, otherwise they bleed.
You ever seen bleeding nipples?
Oh.
That sounds horrible. Oh, yeah, so read the question.
So Bernie 10 has said, if you could develop an app, what would it be about?
I want to make an app that'll revolutionize music.
Here's your TED Talk. Go for it.
Hi, everybody. I'm William Haynes. Do you ever like music?
Yeah.
Well, bam, pretentious comment. Bam. I want to do a TED Talk real bad.
I want to know if there is a sonar or some sort of like pulse noise or whatever it is that will just render people asleep.
So you use it on yourself?
5 minutes
so you're a supervillain and you want to put people to sleep.
I just think full night sleep apps would go so well. So if you just pressed it and it kind of just like either a vibration or a little sonar, like a hong, hong, hong.
You're gonna have people using that
for very bad.
While someone's driving.
What if you got on a subway and you put it on?
Well, do you maybe have to like? It can only work in between the hour that it, like the time frame that you set it.
So what if you have a man doing construction outside? Very dangerous. He's working with very heavy equipment.
How heavy?
And I would want to use it if there was a man doing construction outside and I wanted to.
So, well, let's say you had your jam box on just a little too loud, and that man working construction heard that, and he fell asleep while operating heavy machinery. The next thing you know,
it would be very quiet.
Luis has been crushed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's that heavy? This stuff is that heavy that he was able to crush himself?
Oh, yeah, let's say he was using a crane.
Oh, okay, cranes are really heavy.
Not a crane, a
forklift.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying crane.
A claim. Sorry, I'm French.
What if he was making a claim? And he
What's that? What if he wasn't asleep? What if he was already asleep? All right, I've got an app. You guys ready for this? Your app's not a bad idea. I just think that it would be abused.
I agree,
Maybe you need to rethink it a little bit.
Okay.
We'll come back to you.
Okay.
How about this? You ready for this? I had this idea a while ago, and I had some people really thinking about it. I'm talking, it's like...
Do you want to put a disclaimer and like just say this is...
Yeah, this is my idea, damn it.
Yeah.
This
is my idea, damn it.
Also, legally, I've said it.
Today, March 13th, 2007.
2014 is when I'm saying it, okay? So let's talk about this. It's an app where wherever you travel, you can pull out this app.
Okay.
And you can look at how dangerous and how likely it is for you to potentially die in that part of the world.
I love that when you do that, like a pterodactyl will swoop down and obviously take the phone.
Of course.
Depends where in the
If
world
we were
you
living
are.
in the Simpsons universe,
that's
perhaps
a cool
cartoon
app.
world. So it's like, let's say you go to like the Grand Canyon. Like you look at it and it's like you are this percentage likely to die here.
You are fucked, son.
And check it out. You could even go up to a peak and it would be GPS. It would use GPS coordinates.
Yep.
You could go up to a peak, like a dangerous peak.
Okay.
And then you could see that it's even more. The percentage is even higher for you.
I was talking to Darren about this. I think it was Darren. There are like so few peaks. Like, how many peaks do you know of?
There's a lot of peaks.
Like, I don't know any peaks.
Well, it's because you don't really travel.
Are you peaking in life?
True.
Like, I mean, I think I peaked when I was 21.
We're talking about peaks.
Are you ever going to peak again?
I think I'm peaking.
I think you've yet to peak. You're still a young
I'm
woman.
still peaking.
Oh.
No, you haven't peaked.
But I mean like literal peaks.
Yeah, I've done that.
Like in cartoons.
You really think so?
Yeah.
No, you're still young. You got a lot to...
I mean, I can still do that. It's like a sonogram.
Well, so let's say right now you're at your lowest point in life.
Okay.
You're going to get up again.
Why do you think that's true? You think she has one of those personalities?
I just think that
I
think she's a creative person, and I think she's in tune with her.
So you think
own...
Maude can do it?
Yeah, I think she can pick up her life. And
What's weird to me is like, is never comments about me because I read comments all the time. It's weird when I hear people have conversations about you in person in front of you, or you read conversations about you. That's what's weird. Like, well, my opinion on this person is this. My opinion on the person is this. That's weird, whether it be good or not. It's weird.
That's just the world we live in.
And sometimes people do it in person. Like, they pretend like you're not there and they're just talking about you.
Yeah.
Well, Will did this and then Will did that.
Like, hey, I'm here. One bit of advice I read in a comment was, I can't stand it when they fold the page. Do they not know physics? Well, this is for you, fucker. Because I'm going to hit the lens.
Oh, that's for you, fucker.
Yeah, this is me, karma. Instant karma.
Instant
I try and
karma.
throw down,
fucker.
and my body shuts down.
Maude, I want to ask you a question once you're done doing that.
Me too.
Oh!
Ask first?
No, I didn't really have a question. I
Okay.
just wanted to be with you.
Maude.
Your question is also mine.
Okay.
We're sharing.
What are your thoughts on the free the nipple movement?
Well, I understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
like
same
the fight
here.
for equality.
Equality is important.
And as soon as you start making something taboo, which necessarily maybe wasn't a long time ago, then you're putting a censorship on something that can only manifest. But if you start saying women should all be able to show their nipples, guys will be like, yeah, they should.
Right. Because inherently we're sexual
So, like,
beings.
let's say that all women start showing their nipples tomorrow. Like, all of a sudden it's cool. It's like, you know, it's acceptable. So, in like 100 years, it'll just be normal, right? There will be a rough patch. Just like with any law passed, there's a rough patch where we're like, okay, we're not used to it yet. But after a while, it'll just become
I mean, in high fashion magazines and on the catwalk, you know, you see a lot of these models' breasts because they're
the people who pay attention to that are real smart. They're like, I want to see what's in the fashion industry. But the people down the street, damn, a nipple! I never see that shit.
Yeah.
Google it, man. Google it. It's so easy to see a nipple these days.
Oh,
seconds.
You know, I'm seeing them in my video games now. I'm playing Witcher 3
That game.
Those sex scenes make me blush.
Oh, God,
Crazy.
War had some sex scenes too.
I use Reddit, and there's every other week there's a GIF on the front page. It's just something incredible from that video game. Did you finish it yet?
No, I feel like I've been playing it forever.
How long is it gonna take you to finish it? Well, you're also playing like 12 other games though, right? Like,
No, I'm like dedicated to Witcher right now.
It's just that it's that much in it.
When are you gonna play Batman?
After Witcher.
Yeah, play Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
Eventually.
What's this one? What's this one called?
Arkham Knight.
I hear there's a lot of Batmobile in it.
Ooh, I'm loving it.
Oh,
I gotta
talked
say
about this
this. Can I
already.
say this
Yeah,
about the nipples
Say
really
it.
quick?
Yeah.
I want to say this. I think the problem is that we're too overly sexual as beings, and I think that.
Well, show me how on this doll.
Well, let me show you this. So this is neither female nor male.
Yes.
But if we wanted to, Maude
Just her
made
just
it,
doing that. Us in our heads are like, ooh, so
now it's
blowjob.
sexual. Unfortunately, and this thing doesn't have feelings, but if I wanted to touch its boobs or something and it was a real person, that's unfair. And that's called sexual assault.
Well, now, show me on this doll.
Well, this is not a human, so the rules of sexuality and potential sexual abuse don't apply. Although animals have been sexually abused, and that's a whole other category of something that we shouldn't be talking
Just
about.
now, just any of those.
Well, show me on this doll. Show me on this doll.
Well, that's a tungsten. All right. Insane Zebra.
I'm not sure you even made a point.
No, I sure didn't.
You just explained it.
I was trying to get there, though. All I was going to say is the second you start introducing the nipple as a non-sexual thing, you're still going to have terrible people sexualizing it or attempting to sexually assault women, unfortunately.
Do you know what I really think it is? It's
That's
because
what dudes do.
That's just what dudes do. It's
gave
unfortunate.
life to every child.
Sure.
Like, and there's some
Unless
sort
for
of,
some reason you didn't use your breast to feed your
So like
which
one
is
of y'all.
possible.
There's like
Like,
one of y'all out there.
You know, like that's our first sort of like nutrients and sustenance came
Sure.
from the breast.
It's
So
that's
it's
why,
like-
because we love it so much. We're like, ooh, it's got to be sacred.
What do you think
I
made
don't
a
know.
boob sexy? What do you think made boobs sexy? You think
I think it's
hiding?
because guys didn't have them.
No,
They're like,
I-
oh look what you've got.
It's
I don't have it.
evolutionary.
You've got it.
I read that the reason that why guys like big butts is because that means a woman's healthy and she knows how to store fat in
And
case for the
breed.
winter or whatever. And yeah, she has childbearing hips. So
But
if you
why
have
do I
big
start to
boobs,
get hard?
she-
What does that mean about
It's because
me?
you want to mate with that person. People forget that sex is for procreation.
Right.
The things that we're sexually
Right,
attracted
not just to get off.
Yeah, the things we're sexually attracted to are there because we think that that person would make good genetics, would be able to take care of a child, or would be able to make a healthy child. That's why we like people who are healthy and things like that.
Why do I get hard when I see a woman held down by an octopus?
Does
What's
it happen?
wrong with those people? No, absolutely not. That I don't know. That
I
is
mean,
some
look,
human
you know what that
shit.
is? That's
That
just
is
strange humanity. That's humanity being strange. But unfortunately, see, we think it's strange, but there's whole countercultures, subcultures, and
I think we can say it's strange. We can't say it's wrong. We can say it's for sure strange.
It's not my
Most
cup
people
of
don't.
tea.
it's not my cup of
Most
tea.
people don't like that, but people do like it. It is strange. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just not into the octopus shit.
So, okay.
Any of the tentacle shit. Any of the hentai shit. Like, I like anime. I don't like that shit.
So let's say the reason why we like the booty so much is because it
The
looks
booty.
healthy, and it's like, man, that's a healthy person. I could make a child with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to procreate
Based
with
on
that
their
person.
butt.
So what is that? So is that the same goes for the breasts? You think?
yeah.
But I mean, some guys are into large breasts, and some guys are into small breasts.
But they're still into breasts in general.
Right, but I mean, like but the fullness of a nice butt.
Is this the conversation we should be having here?
We could.
Oh, okay. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't have anything.
Why not? Why can't we talk about that here?
That wasn't the question.
What do you guys think about boobs? Well, hold on. I think, and that was written by Insane Zebra.
Hold on, but by that account, like I would be attracted. Evolution says I would be attracted to a very, very hairy man because he would stay warm in winter.
Right. Well, some women are though.
Some women are. I don't know. What do girls like about guys? Shit.
I think it's like broad shoulders, they're strong.
Strong man.
Strong
I
men?
like tall men.
But why?
So
Because they can reach things in trees.
Do you like tall men because you are a tall woman?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you
I don't
like
know.
men that are taller than you?
Yes.
Is that like a top 5 attractor for you?
Yes. Yes.
So that's your personal opinion though. Oops. Whose was that?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm curious about breasts though. They still have no explanation
Steve,
about
there
why
is
breasts are
an
sexy.
easy way you can find out all this shit.
It's because I'm wearing a bee on my tits, isn't it?
Insane Zebra asks, if you had to choose between dogs or cats going extinct, what would you choose?
Cat's gone. See ya. Sorry. Bye.
Well, let's be honest.
Yeah, bye cats.
Bye, cats.
Cats
Meow,
are
meow.
good for the environment. Cats eat the things that we don't want.
But dogs eat them too, don't they?
Nah, we take care of dogs. Like, there are so many stray cats in the world, and they just eat all the trash. Just like flies. The flies suck, but we need them.
No, I think we need every living thing.
We
for
do
some
need every
purpose,
living
except
thing.
for humans.
But dogs are so cool. Look
Dogs
at the
are
Queen's
great.
corgis. Look at the Queen's corgis.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. Cat, like,
Can I
if we,
call
so
the
let's say
queen?
we lost all cats. Let's say for some weird reason,
Tigers.
cats are just gone.
Leopards.
Yeah, well, let's just say domestic.
you mean
let's
that.
say domestic cats.
Uh-huh.
Domestic felines that are like the ones you see in the streets and shit, and people have in their houses that
Yep.
smell like shit.
Yeah.
Let's say those are all gone. What
Yeah.
happens?
Everyone's a dog person.
We no longer have cat ladies.
Well, dogs and cats aren't the only domesticated animals. Like birds, people domesticate birds.
Yeah, unfortunately, they clip their wings. They're not
Why?
allowed to fly.
I don't understand. Like, having a pet bird is so bizarre to me. I mean,
It's
if you're
fucked
like
up.
a kid, you don't really get it yet. I'm sorry. Like, it's cool. Your parents probably just bought you a bird. But why do we sell a bird?
I think there was a time when people didn't think about how fucked up it was.
Yeah.
And we're just like, this is a novelty
It's
thing.
a beautiful thing to have
This
in
is
my
a beautiful
home.
thing to have in my home. But
Like,
people didn't think about, like,
it's
animal rights
torture to
wasn't
them.
a thing. Yeah.
The birds are constantly trying to escape. Even a dog, after a while, the dog's like, okay, I'm gonna stay here. This is my best option.
Right.
A bird is constantly trying to escape.
Right.
That means maybe it shouldn't be here.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not like an extinct animal like that we have in, like, you know, captivity. But this is like a bird. It's like, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not supposed to be inside of this
Yeah,
house.
birds are meant
It's
to
a small space as well. Like,
Right.
think about, like, a dog gets a whole house and maybe a yard if you've got one, but a bird
If they're
has
lucky.
what part of one room? It's a cage. It's maybe
Yeah.
that by that. And yes, it's
And you know
small,
how
but
sometimes
still.
you know how sometimes you're like, oh, my house is too small. Wish I had a bigger one. Bird's feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Bird doesn't know how he's gonna do it
Yeah.
though.
It's the
So-
same shit with, like, whales that are in captivity in, like, SeaWorld and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Like, they're swimming around in those fucking tanks. It
They
looks
swim
big. Oh,
for-
that's a big bathtub to swim in. Not for a whale.
for a
A
whale.
whale has the entire fucking ocean.
They will swim for hours.
Oh, yeah.
And they're happy about
Months.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Now they got about
They,
months.
They migrate.
For
Oh,
months.
yes.
Now they can go for about a minute, if not even.
If that.
If that.
That's why that big thing in Jurassic World was so damn angry.
And that had
is
a
why.
huge thing.
Yeah.
We don't know. It could have had an underground system of being able to go.
We don't know. It's not real.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
man. I personally, and now remember, we're not these like godlike figures that choose
Speak for
what's
yourself.
right or wrong. I'm not this godlike figure that chooses what's. Maude and I are not godlike figures that chooses what's right or wrong. But I personally would not like to have cats.
What god do you think you would be? Like, would you be like the god of
Oh, man.
Dionysus? But you don't.
Oh,
think
if
The
I
fire-
were a
god
god?
of Dionysus.
Like, you would be Dionysus, or would you be Apollo, or would you be?
Is that Scientology? The book about Scientology?
There was one book.
Greek
I remember when I was a
mythology.
kid, I read that Hermes had this thing that was filled with milk, and he gave it to these poor people, and it never ran out of milk, and that would be the tightest shit in the world.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be lovely?
Can you imagine if you had a thing? You know how pissed you'd be if you lost it. I lost my milk bottle. It had unlimited milk, but I wouldn't want it to be milk. It'd be like
If you were
something good.
given a bottle that had unlimited milk, what would you do? Would you become this nomad
get
that just wandered the earth and?
I'd
fed
have to
people?
give it to some like
You'd
some
get
poor
so
people.
sick
I
of
don't
milk.
need it. Yeah, I don't need milk. I don't like milk that much.
Yeah, but would
becoming
you? Let's say,
inconvenient.
okay, how about this, Will? Let's say someone comes to you, some deity, some kind of godlike creature or something comes to you and says, "I'm giving you this bottle that gives unlimited milk."
Can we call
But-
it Lon Lon milk?
Sure, whatever. You can go whatever the fuck you want, and
Gotta
then
count
what
every
you
win,
do
no
with
matter how
it,
small.
but it only works if you pour it.
Oh, it only works. See, that's what I always had that issue with superpowers. I was like, I always want to get superpowers, but I don't want a superpower cool enough that I have to actually do something.
Right.
Like, I'm really content with just doing me for the rest of my life. I don't want that whole responsibility part. So,
Chronic
like,
masturbation.
huh?
I'm really fine just doing.
I'm
Doing
really
me,
fine
yeah.
just doing me. I'm
Yeah.
fine just doing me.
Yeah.
So it would really suck if only I could pour it. Now they're like, oh, Will, you gotta go to Africa and help out all these people here don't have any milk. I'd be like, oh.
I did not sign up. For
So,
this.
but don't you think that like?
What? Your hair's growing back.
I know, isn't that nice? That's how humans work.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be wouldn't it make you think like this is what I'm meant to do? Like it sucks because like I get it. Like I'm kind of lazy too. I wouldn't want to travel around the fucking world and
My feet are bigger than yours.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Got small feet. I'm a small man.
He's tiny. Steve
Oh
from the
my god.
the bottom half of Steve's body is like for a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird, but
Oh,
I'm probably bigger than both of you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but let's
I do
say
a lot
that
of
like
walking.
like I get it because I'm lazy too.
Yeah.
If someone said like it's your like you can only you can pour out the milk, I'd be like, oh fuck. It's like when Spider-Man is like, with great power comes great responsibility. Like he didn't want to really help people because it's dangerous and the people he loves are in trouble and shit.
He has to isolate himself.
He has to isolate himself.
He kind of wanted
fall in love, but he can't.
I love Spider-Man. He's the best. He's
great.
He's one of the few comic book heroes who his personal life is just as interesting as a superhero.
Yeah.
Like I love Iron Man, but realistically, his superhero life is the interesting part.
Well, because
Peter Parker could be a whole thing to himself. What nerd has this many hot girls in his life?
But you know what made Tony Stark interesting? Because it's like I'm not interested in like the tribulations and trials of a fucking millionaire. Because the guy could just fucking pay for shit and then it's gone. But you know what was interesting about Tony Stark in the comics was his alcoholism. That was interesting because like no amount of money can fucking rid you of alcohol.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
No, it was in the comics a very long time ago, and then they denied it in the movies.
Wow.
They did because of Disney and shit.
It was in the Avengers, the first
RDJ's
Avengers.
passed.
He just drank alcohol in the first Avengers.
He didn't have alcoholism.
That's why Robert Downey Jr. was born to play that.
But see, that's why Spider-Man's cool is because you deal with the trials and tribulations of a normal person, a kid or like a teenager.
He was the first like a young superhero who wasn't a sidekick.
Right. I can totally relate to being a young white boy.
What about you, Maude? If you were the only one that could pour out that milk,
you know what? I'd be like, if this is on my shoulders, then this is what I need to do.
This is my job.
Would you
I
charge
need to
for it?
No, fuck no. Would you charge for it?
Hell yeah, charge for it. You want my milk?
Here's the thing.
I was trying to be a comedian.
Yeah, but now
I gotta give that up for milk.
Hang on, but you gotta think smart, Will.
I know the government's got money.
Here's the thing. You could be the funny guy that feeds the world.
They're just laughing because they want my milk. They're like, all right, quit the jokes. I'm thirsty.
No, but what about the people that have money and don't want the milk? They're looking at you going like, now that's an underdog. That's someone that I can get.
And then I get invited to all events. Like for some reason, you see me at like the Grammys, and I got my little milk jar.
That's the thing.
I don't want to do that. I want to be winning the Grammy. I don't want to win the Lifetime Achievement Award for not doing shit. I want the Grammy.
But you're special. You're the only one that can pour that milk.
That's not the kind of special I want.
So you want to earn
choose
it?
What kind of special?
I want to earn it. Yeah, I don't want to be given my thing.
What if they said you were like Green Lantern, like the ring chose you,
shit.
The milk jug chose you. It's still gonna come back to you. What if that made it? What if it's you?
It's your
you are special. It's your destiny.
That's kind of what it's like in the movie, huh? They're always like, I don't want to do this shit, but I gotta.
Yeah, it's your destiny, man.
I feel like Spider-Man was the most.
Peter Parker didn't have to do shit. The spider bit him.
The spider bit him. It's his fault trying to take pictures and whatnot, being at places.
Trying to be a pervert.
Depends on which version of the story you want to look at.
Yeah, but he didn't earn it. He was bit by a spider.
He was bit by a spider.
It found him.
He did earn it though, through his years of trials and tribulation of being a wallflower. I learned the word wallflower in the first issue of Spider-Man.
No way.
Yeah, it's in the first issue.
It was a band.
All right, who needs to pick a topic?
You're up, Will.
Oh, I'll pick anything.
One Headlight, they sang. I thought it was a bit of a dull song, but apparently it did well in the charts.
Ooh, boy. Did you have to have your legs open and shit, too? You know you could have put that somewhere personal.
Check your pants, for the love of God. That was way too wet.
Oh, God, this is a question I have no answer to.
Oh.
I love how everyone's got their face covered behind the camera.
I'm cool with it.
That was a deep bass.
JC says...
I'm all about that bass.
Best duet of all time, my vote goes to Bowie and Mercury/Queen, Under Pressure.
Best duet of all time?
Yeah.
That's so good.
When
the
Aladdin
Benjamin
and
Franklin Time Traveler theme song.
Time
Traveler. I love that.
One that we just busted out. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was
But
pretty
you
good.
can't think of like a famous one?
I liked it when Aladdin and Jasmine were singing.
There you go. That's a good one.
Whole new world.
I can show you the world.
Yeah.
What about you? Don't you have some dumbass Drake shit that some other dude sang
Nah.
or whatever that you like?
Nah. I like solo art.
But I mean, if you had to
Shining,
choose one
splendid.
one duet, what would it be? Like, you know duets, don't
You ever heard Yoko Ono and John Lennon's music together?
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I'm surprised you don't play that shit.
Yeah.
There's this one
Someone's not that
video
great.
of him and her. They're wearing, I think he's wearing like an all-white suit. She might be wearing all white too, and they're on stage in like 1971. And it's hilarious to me because they just get up there and go, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like, it's music.
It's so bad.
It's art. It's not music. It's art, though. We can say that.
It is art.
Yeah.
I mean, look, even though a lot of people made fun of it for being like, oh, this is art. Literally anything can be art.
And that's what they were saying.
And that's what it is. That's
John Lennon.
I just want to say that I appreciate you making the fart noise with your mouth just now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I could have used something else, but you know.
Like, John Lennon is the king of making art that is pointless. Like, I was talking to you about, did you know, like, a lot of the songs he wrote just anything. Like, the song, what's the one I like?
Oh, yeah.
Here come old flat top. Apparently,
yeah.
the lyrics of that song,
Come
he just
Together?
wrote
It's called
anything. Yeah, Come Together. He just wrote down anything. And people are, like, trying to describe it. They're like, this is about him and Yoko Ono. This is about this and that. It was literally just bullshit.
I like hearing about that. There's a lot of songs out there.
I'm
that
the Eggman, I'm the walrus.
Well,
Cuckoo It means nothing.
It's Goo Goo Gajoo.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that because of the Beatles Rock Band
And
game.
I have a book.
Yeah, right.
I used to be a very big fan of John Lennon. I still kind of am. I bought one of his books. I was like, cool, I get to read about what it was like to be the artist himself. I open it up, it's stuff like, John walked down to the tree, then he didn't anymore. Here we are. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
I gotta get that book back.
There's a lot of cool songs out there that are like notoriously just gibberish.
Just gibberish.
It's so like you know that song "Loser" by Beck.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
Oh my
it's all
gosh.
gibberish.
So, I mean, I was singing the wrong lyrics to that song for about a decade.
Yeah, it's a Spanish word.
I'm a loser.
So you better.
I was singing I'm a lizard, baby. Yeah, for like,
I don't know that song.
I think I figured it. I'm a lizard, baby.
So you didn't know the
So
song?
why don't you kill me?
So
Oh, that's Beck?
Yeah, you didn't know
Oh.
the song was called "Loser."
You know what? I first heard that song when I was like 8.
Okay.
And then until I was about 18.
Is he that
I was like,
old?
oh.
Beck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry what Kanye did
That
to him,
new
but it's
Blue
cool.
Moon song that he
Let
just
Kanye
wrote,
do what he wants.
that he beat Kanye out on the Grammys. God, that's.
I don't think
that's like the
Kanye was
perfect
even
song.
up for it. I don't think Kanye was even up for it. He was just
He
doing
just
his
get
thing.
mad.
Yeah. I don't think he was even mad. He was just having a good time.
But why you?
My stomach hurts.
People like you, Steve, can't hate on Kanye because you do that same shit.
I can't. I don't hate on. Kanye.
Okay, I was gonna say you do that
remember, like,
same shit. You remember the
chickpeas.
streamies?
No more chickpeas. Okay.
I like chickpeas.
Yeah, well, they
though.
like you a lot.
No, I think it's something I ate yesterday. It's hitting me. It doesn't feel good. Wait, what about Kanye though? Kanye fucks with people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I like
whole thing
Kanye.
is him fucking with people. Like what
I
you
like
did in the
Kanye.
streamies with the pepperoni.
With the pepperoni?
Same
Yeah.
shit.
I like-
What was
is
the
it-
pepperoni?
You don't know
Oh,
about that?
boy.
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I want to thank the pepperoni company, Hormel.
That's a
Wait.
thing.
Kanye, is Kanye the one that was like, you think I would get into fashion? Look at this coat.
Yeah. You've seen
that's
this
great.
coat?
That's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
It's
Look at
just-
this peacoat. Tell me he's got.
All right. Well, guys, I think we had a real fun table talk. I think we learned a lot today. We learned about eggs.
Whoops.
If you didn't catch that, it's hashtag Table Talk to get in your questions. You can do it on Twitter or jump onto Reddit. Just go /r//SourceFed and the topics, you can just have a little chat there.
And thanks again to our sponsors of this episode, Domain.com.
That's right. For all your domain needs, if you want to go start a website or, start a fan page or a web ring or start some, fan fiction or something, you use domain.com and save 15% off using the code TALK.
I'm going to
at
make
checkout.
modmod.com.
Maudemod.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to do mod.mod if I could.
Damn it.
I'd like to do fanfic.erotica.
Are you guys okay with me, constantly farting? I want the truth right now.
I don't care.
I think I need to figure out how to handle it better.
If I was farty, I'd do it too, but I'm
to
not
do-
at the moment. Oh, my leg hurts.
So, but you and I are, terrible people. We're just...
I know, so you can't
we
listen to
don't-
me
We don't
anything.
acknowledge other humans because
Me,
we're terrible.
Owen, don't ask our opinion. It's going to be wrong.
So here we go, Mom. Since you're kind of like a normal human being that respects people,
Thank you.
what do you think about me farting all the time? Put me on blast.
You know
Let's do it. Throw me under the bus.
I'm going to be
honest.
really honest.
Be honest.
When you first started farting around me, what I thought was just impeccable was you just didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
You would let it rip, in the middle of a sentence
Like-
and not even break. You
See,
broke
it's
wind,
when new
but
people
not
come in.
speed.
I don't realize what I do, what Steve and I do to each other. Steve and I are very
you do
loving
that.
to each other.
We're very loving.
You
I
do
didn't
this thing where
realize
you
that.
slowly crawl over and I'm like, oh, Will's incoming.
Yeah, you
incoming.
kind of... It's weird,
Did you do this, ready?
Yeah,
It's cool. It's my bit.
Here's the thing, though. Here's
And,
something...
then you kind of stay here for a little bit. And I'm like, where's he going to touch me? Where's he going to touch me? And then you'll just be like,
I love all my friends.
Okay, so
you'll
I want to
whisper
know
something.
what an outside party really thinks about that, because when you get hired at SourceFed, we audition you based on your comedy style and your writing abilities and things like that, but we don't really tell you that you're also coming into a wild animal preserve.
Where we're all loving.
we are loving and accepting or whatever. That's fine. It's not even about that. It's about how you're going to deal with a man that will creep up to you and touch you a lot. A man that will fart.
I started off
burp.
as a boy and now I'm a man, huh?
Yeah.
I just became a man. All right, I gotta
And
stop that
a man
shit.
that will fart and burp at any moment.
yeah.
regardless of what's happening.
There's so many worse things than those two.
It's true,
those
but
two are so bearable.
It's just
absolutely fine.
But I just want to know.
Endearing, and yours is hysterical.
Okay, so you find it funny.
Yeah, don't you remember I would giggle? Like,
yeah,
I would just lose it every time you farted.
Okay, so let me be honest with you guys. And
I
think
just have
Will,
to ask if it smells, and if it smells, you give me a warning, which is great,
I do give
and
you
I can
a warning.
do a lap.
I've never done you wrong there.
Yeah. Like you like maybe get some water.
I think the kryptonite to this type of shit, because I've seen in the comments sometimes people are like, "Oh man, you guys are obnoxious, you're just burping in each other's faces and farting. It's so rude and ridiculous." Well, guess what? If people didn't laugh at it, and if people didn't like it, I'd probably stop doing it.
I don't think you're doing it in a disrespectful
No,
manner. There are
not.
people that are just like horrible about it, where they're trying to make you feel disgusted.
Well, there's an air about it, pun intended, that has kind of like a little bit more evil behind it.
Is this necessary conversation? This is too meta for me. Is this table talk over?
Yeah. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Whoa.
Welcome to Table Talk. I'm back.
Yay! Vern Troyer is here! Yay!
Sorry, in my head I'm just imagining music.
and clap.
Yeah, one guy.
Yeah.
We have a canned studio audience that we're going to put in post. It'll just have it, yay!
Well, I need that. I need to pay people to
to clap for you.